welcome to the road to ON VPN 2025. This is episode 1 of this little prep series. It is day 1 of our peaking block. We're gonna be doing bench triples, squat singles, and then some typical back off work after those. We're gonna be benching first, so let's get straight into that. That's our top triple done. 70 kilos for a set of 3 at an RPE. I want to say like 7. We'll call it a 7. We got to move on to back offs. We have 4 triples now, and then 2 sets of 5. So I think we're gonna go 67.5 for our first set, and then we will see how things go from there. We're gonna do 1 more set of that. This rack, man, that's not the first time I've hit it. We're dropping it down 65 kilos for our last 2 triples, and then we have to move on to our 2x5. Let's move on to the 2x5. We're gonna do it with 1 plate, 60 kilos. We are just about to get into my first single. 140 is that number. I feel like our top single is gonna be somewhere above 150, nothing over 160. Squats are feeling particularly nice today, so we're gonna get into this first single, 140 kilos. Let's go. Got our 160 single out of the way. We were prescribed an RP 7.5. I'm gonna call that about a 7.5. We'll take it. But we are not done with our singles yet. We're stripping the weight down. We're doing 137.5 kilos. Doing that for one more single. And then we have as many sets of 3 at 120 kilos until we exceed an RP, I think it's a 7 or 8. Let me double check that. Once it exceeds the 7, we cap it there. Let's go. So we're gonna cap it there. We got 4 sets of 3 with 120 kilos out of the way. I am not gonna record my accessories because the GoPro is on low bat now. It's yellow. So we're gonna catch you guys tomorrow. We have bench and squats again, but I think it's the pause variations tomorrow. So I'll catch you guys then.
Causing them to move around more frequently. They may also have trouble controlling their influence.
It's day 2 of training. We have 3 count pause bench, 4 doubles. We're gonna see what we can work up to. I was given an RP 7.5, so ramping up towards an RP 7.5. I'm looking somewhere at around, I wanna say 72.5. So we're gonna do my first set at 65 and then we'll slowly ramp up from there. That wasn't cool. Second rep, we hit the rack, but it's whatever. Bench is over and done with. We gotta move on to pause squats now. We have 4 sets of 4. I can't remember the RP, but I'm gonna look back at my program and then I will check back in with you guys. Right, so I've actually done my first 2 sets already. We're at 120 now for my 3rd set. We will see where things go from here. I might jump up, I might stay the same weight. So we're gonna see how this weight goes first. I'm not feeling 100% today, but that's probably because of yesterday's squat performance. So that's all fine, it's part of the process. We know the little cycles that come and go in training, so let's get into the set. Yeah, that's pretty tough. We're gonna stay with the same weight, 120 kilos for my last set as well. Squats are done. Gotta move on to accessories. Am I gonna record them? I'm not sure. I'm gonna take a short break and then I will decide. That is the Wednesday session done. That's day 2 done. And obviously it wasn't the best session. I mean, the numbers are okay. I'm not feeling at my strongest today. That's just part of training. We know that I hit a big squat for my standards yesterday. So I knew I needed to take that into account today. Squats were not feeling 100%. Today was weird. I felt my hip slightly on the left side. So it's nothing to worry about, but it is something to be wary of. So not the best training day. We just had to push through. We got it done. Accessories were done. We're gonna call it there for today. And I will see you guys Friday. We have a deadlift single on Friday. I haven't done deadlift singles at all since I last competed, which was what, 5 weeks ago. So that should be fun. Welcome to the day 3 portion of the video. It's Friday. We just got our top bench single out of the way. That was 80 kilos. That's my first time hitting 80 kilos in training for maybe a year and a half. We now have a 5x2. We're going to be doing that with 65 kilos for our first set. We're going to see where this goes. And then after benching, we have deadlifts. Let's get into the session. I mean, I'm already in the session, but you guys are going to join. Yeah, you know what I mean. deadlifts, 3 singles, working up to an RP 7.5. This is the first single. We're gonna be doing 185 kilos. RP 7.5. We gotta do a cluster double now. Let's do it. Cluster double's done. We have a 3x5. Can't remember the RPE. Let's double check that. RPE 7. We're gonna go 160 for our first set and see where we go from there. My bad, guys. It's not a 3x5. That is 3 sets of 4. Hello everybody, my name is Ihsaan. I am Mateen's coach for Nationals 2025 and oh my god, I've known this guy for 8 years. Oh, we're getting old, but you know what? He introduced me to the sport of powerlifting. He was my first coach and now here we are full circle. I'm coaching him for a pretty damn cool tournament. You know, we've trained a lot together even during COVID and so many good sessions. So I've always just been the guy in the corner just analyzing his lifts, and so when he offered for me to coach him, I was like, yes, 1,000 times yes. I have so many things I want to try. So many just random thoughts in my brain. And you know what? Alhamdulillah, it's been going really well. So let's get right into it. So squat. Now, this is the lift where I am stunned at his ability to just soak up volume and intensity. He's like Superman in the yellow sun, just getting more powerful with each session as I just throw volume at him. And so it's been progressing really well. As the session goes on, his technique gets significantly better, and so his RPEs are a bit non-linear. Heavier weights start to move better as the session goes on. So to account for this, we gave him some ascending RPE singles and then some fatigue back downs to account for the funny RPE non-linearity bullshit that happens when someone has this phenomenon going on. And he's been soaking it up and doing really damn well. Squat will show up on meet day, inshallah. He also got called for depth in his qualifiers, and so in this prep, we really made sure that his depth was undeniable. It took a bit of a dip in performance at first, but right now he is as strong as he's ever been and as undeniable as he's ever been. Squat's been going well. Bench. Notoriously his not best lift, mostly because he has the wingspan of a fucking 747. But to account for that, what we really pushed is his accessories. Muscle mass is the main limiting factor on bench. And so we really made sure to include some stable, high quality, loadable accessories so that he can really push intensity. Alongside a higher frequency and a few fun movements like touch and go bench and stuff, he's really been doing well and he's almost back up to max strength.
He's benched 80 kilos for a pretty good single the other day, and so I'm confident with a few more weeks, bench will be as good as it's ever been, if not better. Deadlifts. The big guns. His biggest gun in his arsenal. He knows how to pull. That's his thing. So I wasn't going to touch his technique or anything. All I had to do was sort of... What was that? I was supposed to be like throwing a Pokeball. Oh, okay. All I had to do was rein in the beast a bit, you know? So I wanted to give him as much practice as possible while incurring the least fatigue. And to do that, we gave him some cluster sets. It's a bit boring because it does cap your top end. Neuromuscular adaptations happen during that. And so when it's time to do your top sets, when you're peaking, like what he's doing right now, those top end numbers look pretty nutty. Not gonna say much. I'll say a little bit. He's looking good. He's looking good, and you know, inshallah, he will be on track, and he has been on track for some pretty damn cool numbers on meet day. Oh, so